All right, so this is very, very embarrassing, but I've managed to lose almost every single dollar of profit I've made thus far in the past 4 months. Just this past week and a half, I lost about maybe $800. Um, Mostly just me being me doing very, very dumb shit. So the small caps weren't moving at all. There was absolutely no action in small caps for a week and a half up until today. And then we had action on DLPN, BTX, and then we had action also on SYPR. And you know what? During this whole cold week, cold week or 2 weeks, I started trading large caps, and I was trading large caps the way I would trade small caps, and it was just not working at all. And I just pretty much took a $350 loss one day, a couple days ago on Apple. I think it was like on Tuesday or Monday. Yeah, Monday. I was going long on this candle here. Going long and short, sorry, and I got squeezed out, and then I went long here and fucking got, oh my god, I went long and rode it all the way down here, and I literally sold at the bottom because I thought I was gonna just keep going down, and then here on Tuesday, Tuesday was just a mess. Thursday was even worse. Thursday is the day I lost another 250. On the market crash, the market just like literally just had a flash crash, and I thought this was gonna recover real fast. Oh no, this was on the SPY. I was literally trading the SPY, the market index, the S&P 500 ETF, SPY. Going long. I was going long on these candles right here, and I fucking sold down here, 200 shares long. I lost $250 on that, $280 on that. And you know what? Yeah, it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. And you know what? That's not how my trading has been. I've been successful the past 3 months. I've been profitable consistently, day in and day out, profitable. And I cannot define my entire trading experience based upon this past week. So I cannot define my trading based upon the past week. I was pretty much debating quitting ever trading ever again. I wanted to quit. I convinced myself I was ready to quit, but just I just feel so drawn to trading that I can't quit even if I wanted to. I want to quit because it's just causing me so much stress. But on the other hand, without trading, I feel like my life is purposeless or just aimless. Like I have no purpose or I have nothing to work towards. And trading is just something that I found that has really given me a drive and a motivation to get up in the morning. And I love to get up in the morning and trade. It's something that I love to do. But I mean, the past week and a half, back to zero. I'm literally on day one, zero on everything, except thinking about I had 2 other accounts in the past that I blew up, so maybe I'm negative $3,000. But on this account, I'm zero. I was up 800 or $900, lost it all in a week. Okay, you know what? It's not the end of the world. I mean, I learned my lesson with trying to trade large caps. I don't think I want to keep trading large caps just because that's just not my area of expertise. And I think that I might be better off sticking with one thing and being a complete master in it. So small caps. Small caps is something that I kind of know how it moves. I've been studying small caps for about a year already, and I know how they move. They like to trap to before it makes a move. It likes to trap the shorts or likes to trap the longs before making a move. And I already am anticipating um, these small caps making very erratic or manipulated moves, which the hedge funds or the market makers who accumulate the shares, I know what they're going to do. I know that they are going to, for example, here, I know that they're going to dump it at the open, pump it up, and squeeze out shorts and then trap longs and dump it. I know it. They're going to do this. And so that's how I can my most profitable trades were literally the first couple minutes because I know they like to dump, like they like to force the longs out of their position at the open before they rip it. So they'll dump it on this first minute candle below the support, which they just did, and then they'll buy these shares up and rip it. And so like I literally could have had a nice 30-cent, potentially 30-cent trade right here on this first minute candle. It's so easy. On these small caps, they always, right out of the open, they test longs and then they test shorts and then they test longs, or they test longs and then they test shorts and then test longs again. On this case, they tested the longs by dumping and hitting probably a shit ton of stop losses, then ripped up, probably squeezed out a couple shorts, and then dumped it again, had some more stop losses go off. It kind of grinded up in this level. Shorts were probably getting in on this candle because it broke a new high, and then it completely just got shorted back to this level. And so shorts were probably expecting this to dump, but because I know that the market makers won't let it happen because it literally tried to break the support on this candle. They pushed it back up, squeezed out shorts, and then dumped it again. Then they dumped it again, and then the shorts probably thought it was going to go down this time, dipped through underneath support, and then it didn't break that level, and it chopped up in this level here, and probably longs and shorts got in. Shorts probably got in on this candle here, and it broke a new high and flushed down, but because it didn't break the support level, that's a very bad sign for shorts and very good sign for people who like to trade long on small caps. And this would be a great fucking entry on the break of this candle here for the new high, and a breakthrough VWAP, and then it squeezed again. Another fucking dude. It could have been a nice trade right there. And then it broke this support here after squeezing out the shorts, and then it dumped right on this candle. It squeezed out longs before dumping. And see, trading small caps, that's just I've been trading small caps for the past year. This is the only reference point I have for trading stocks or actively trading, and so that's why my trades are very fast. I'm like scalping, and I'm ready for the big move fast. And if it doesn't move quick in a couple minutes, or if it doesn't go into my direction, I'm either cutting my loss or taking a small little profit. And when I'm trading large caps, I don't have that patience to stick in that trade long enough to have it work for me, and that's going to take hours, potentially a whole day, and that's just not how I'd like to trade. I've developed as a trader to trade these small cap stocks because they move fast, and I know how the people who like to manipulate these stocks, I know what they like to do to profit. I know that they like to push the stock up to force out the shorts before dumping it so they can collect the shares, and then they dump it and then they cover for profit, because it's more money for them, and two, they need to be able to control the stock price so they can profit, so they can literally paint the chart and they know when to get out at the most opportune time to make the most amount of money. And then obviously, these people who like to accumulate the shares, there's a certain point where pushing the stock any lower or pushing the stock any higher is not worth their capital. And so then that's when they will sell their shares, or that's when they will cover their position. Because if they push the stock price any higher, they're going to need to buy up the people who are selling their shares in order to keep the price going higher, and then that just leaves them with they're the only ones holding the bag, and they're not going to be able to profit because they can't sell all those shares at once. So I know I've learned to adapt to these types of stocks. BTX was a good one, and I was doing very well. And I really shouldn't have. It was an $800 lesson. It was an $800 lesson to tell me to be a master in one area of expertise. And what I was doing was working. I was profiting. And because the small caps weren't giving me any opportunity, I had a feeling that I had to trade every day, and which shouldn't be the case. If there's some stocks that aren't giving me opportunity, maybe I shouldn't trade. Maybe I should go back to bed, or maybe I should do something else. And that's completely fine, and I have to be okay with that. But then when these small cap stocks are ripping again, I can capitalize on the opportunity. There's no reason why I need to go and venture into other stocks or types of stocks to try to make profit because the market is not giving me any opportunity in the stocks that I like to trade. If I do that, it's just a completely whole different animal. And first of all, I haven't even completely mastered trading these types of stocks. So why would I think that I would know how to trade the large caps? Because it's a completely different animal. I didn't realize that going to trading these large cap stocks pretty much basically at day one with pretty much no experience, and I was going in large size because of the potential amount of money I could be making, and I was on margin. I was thinking, holy shit, if this goes up $1 a share, I can make so much money, and it got a little bit out of hand. I went below 25,000 3 or 4 times, and I had to keep depositing money that I earned from work, and it was very stressful, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to make rent. But right now, I think I just need to take a break. I know these small cap stocks might start coming back into play in the next few days, but I think it's best for me to stop trading for at least the rest of the month. I need to take a week off. And after I get my rent paid and all my bills paid and see how much money I have left over, because I have to deposit about $300 if I want to start trading again, because I really don't want to go back to using a cash account. It's just going to be too stressful with the contact TD Ameritrade. I want to go back to a cash account, and then maybe I'll still have that 90-day probation period. And then if I want it, then I earn $300 in maybe 2 weeks, and then I have to go back to a margin account, and then I have to wait for that to get approved, and it's just going to take time. I would rather just, what I'm going to do is just give it a week, take a break, keep going to work, and then after I have an extra 200 or an extra $300, I can throw it back in this, and then just stick to the stocks that I've been trading, and that's the small cap stocks. So I'm just going to stick to the small cap stocks and what's been working, and I'm just going to focus on developing myself as a trader and just getting back in the swing of things. I'm going to go back to small size, 10 shares. I'm going to go back to 10 shares until I start getting the hang of things and definitely more confidence. if I think about it, really, I've only had 2 losses on stocks that I were not familiar with. And so the strategy and the stocks that I've been trading, they still work. And I'm still good at trading those stocks. So I can't say that the $800 loss is because I don't know how to trade. I do know how to trade, and I've been consistent for about 4 months already. And that's very good progress. And so I just need to get back on the horse and just like accept that I've lost the money, and it'll come back with time. And this is just a very good lesson to stick to my domain of mastery and learn to thrive in this type of arena. And there's so much opportunity, and I don't have to trade every day, but the days that I do trade, if there's really good opportunity, I can capitalize on those opportunities, and they can give me enough profit to cover the days that I don't trade because there's no opportunity. I don't need to reach out into other stocks or other options or futures or commodities because there's plenty of opportunity in small caps. I just got to stick with it. Stick with small caps. And so that's my plan moving forward. Literally, I at one point I was already ready to quit. But then the next day I woke up and I just opened up the platform and started looking at stocks again. It's like I can't stop. And I won't stop. And it's just I don't know. I need to succeed at this. If there's anything I need to succeed at, it is this. And I'm going to put my blood, sweat, and tears in it. And, I like doing it. I like doing this. It's not like I don't like doing this. But just the days where you're just literally day in and day out for weeks having losing trades and just being on a red streak. I literally had 7-8 days of just red days, huge red days. It's painful. It's very emotionally taxing and depressing, and you beat yourself up, and it's tough to get through. It's very, very tough. It's very humbling, and it's very tough to get through. But I need to take a break and just, get myself emotionally back to center, and then I can start trading again on small size. But I just need to focus on just not making money, because when I really get greedy, I start going in big size. Like with margin, I was going in with $80,000, buying 200 shares of the SPY, which is pretty much 86 grand, going long, going short, whatever. And it was just not good. Not fucking good. And I had no idea. I traded the paper trade the SPY for like a day, and I thought I knew how it worked. And there I am, fucking on this day. The news release says there's going to be a tax hike of 50% on the wealthy. I'm like, oh yeah, this is just a flash crash. It's going to recover in like 2 minutes. And I'm fucking going along on this candle here, thinking it's going to recover and go higher. And it just keeps going lower. I sell literally down here, and then it bounces, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be the biggest crash since COVID. It's gonna go way down. I was thinking it's gonna come all the way then I get like a reference point. I'm like, holy shit, we're still way up here. Like this thing could fucking dump down to like 380, like today. That's what I was thinking, because I have no idea how these things move. If it's a small cap, yeah, it could possibly do this kind of dump in a small cap. But with a SPY, it ain't gonna dump like that in one day. Maybe if the news is significant enough, but that news wasn't that significant. But just in the moment, I'm just completely irrational, and I only am resorting to the things that I have been learning in small caps, because that's things that I have been doing. And so I was thinking that this could dump. At first I was like, oh, this is a flash crash. This is just going to recover real quick and go higher. So I was going long here, and then I stopped out here, and then I was thinking, oh, it's going to go lower. This is going to be the biggest crash since COVID, and I'm going to fucking short it. So I'm shorting it down here. Fucking comes up, and I cover there, and then it's just ridiculous. And then the next day it fucking rips 4 points, 5 points, 8 points, whatever, 6 points. So I really have no idea what I'm doing in the large cap sector, so I'm just going to stay away from that. Stick to the small caps. So that is my day trading review for the past week and a half. Pretty much just blew it up. At least I still have my account. I've only lost the profit that I made in 4 weeks, in the past 4 months, so that is good news. I did not blow up my account. It's completely recoverable. It's going to take time. It's going to take maybe a couple months. But if I'm in it for the long run, I'm okay. I'm okay with it because it's the long run. And I know if I'm going to be doing this the long term, it's going to pay off. And maybe one day I can make $800 in one day or in one trade. That would be completely insane. And then I wouldn't even be thinking like, oh, wow, it took me 4 months to make $800. Now I can make it in one trade. Fuck, this would be completely worth it. This step back, huge step backwards would be worth it. If one day in the future I can do this, make $800 in one trade. And so that's where I eventually want to get to. And in order to get there, I have to go through this. And so I'm going to get through it. I'm going to come back on the horse starting in May. It's a completely new month. This is going to be my rear view mirror. I'm going to recover, and I'm just going to slowly build my way back into the profit zone. And that's just going to be a challenge I have to take on, and I'm excited. So I'll see you guys in May. I'm not going to post any videos probably for another week or so. Back in May, we're gonna get back to it. I'm gonna start trading again. So hope you guys are doing well. I know it was a rough couple weeks trading. Hope your guys' accounts are still intact, and hope you guys can profit on this next wave of momentum coming soon, especially with all this shit going on in the markets. We're definitely going to see some more action soon. So I hope you guys hang in there, get ready to profit, and have the best luck you could possibly get. Catch you guys in the next trading recap. So also please comment, like, and subscribe if you're still watching. Definitely like this video. Yeah. Peace.